How should investors view this voluntary production cut by Saudi Arabia, the plans into next year, the move by Saudi Arabia, its biggest in years? How do you see it impacting prices beyond today? We're seeing the pop right now, but in the near term.
I think Saudi Arabia will do everything that it requires to keep prices close to the $80 per barrel. That's roughly its fiscal budget break-even level. So it's important to keep in mind that in a period which, people would think that going into the summer, peak driving demand, effectively buying across the entire universe is still very much robust. That OPEC would be afraid to cut production, or Saudi Arabia would be afraid to do a unilateral one-off massive production cut. But they did, which goes on to show that the price is important, even though demand is genuinely weakening with a tremendous amount of Chinese data coming in.
Wait, Victor,
but the price is very important.
You're hitting the point right here. The price is important. So do you have a price target? Dan Murphy just mentioned he's talking to some analysts. They see it coming back up to $100 a barrel. Do you see that setup possible? Also, looking at what Rystad Energy says, they're saying the Saudi cut is going to create a deficit of 3 million barrels per day in July. So are we getting close to the point where it's going to reach $100 a barrel in the next few months, or is that more end of the year?
I think we will not have triple-digit prices this year. But I think that the overall assessment that July will be extremely tight. We still don't feel, and we still don't have it reflected in the prices. July will be extremely tight, and I think that the new norm will be somewhere in between 80 and 90. That's where Saudi Arabia and also the other OPEC plus heavyweights want it to be, because first of all, it's good for the budget, and second of all, it's not high enough, so it's to antagonize everyone around the universe. Effectively, if prices go back above $100 per barrel, everyone will be talking about peak oil. We no longer need oil. Why do we still consume it? Right now, it's a little bit more nuanced. No one is that afraid of oil at 85 as they would be at oil at 125. Okay. I think that the end of the year will be actually weaker than the current period. The current period is ultimately where they should be cutting if they want a price response from the supply and demand balance.
I like that nuance word you just used. So these OPEC meetings, they kind of pull back the curtain on what these different companies think about the oil market, what their long-term strategy is. So give us a sense. What do you think we learned about OPEC and OPEC Plus, specifically Saudi Arabia and Russia, going forward, and their strategy when it comes to prices and production cuts?
I think they're thinking in the long term. They're not thinking about anything short term. They're thinking about having a stable market which has a predictable price where they can invest, and the returns that they will be seeing will be reflecting that. They don't necessarily think about the smaller private producers. I would say that you could see that in the case of the West African countries, where the production quotas were completely redrawn to reflect actual production levels, which are current ones, the real ones, which are in reality. This is not necessarily good for a private producer who wants to invest into Nigeria and Angola, because they would be having basically a limitation as to how much they can produce. So I wouldn't say that the OPEC heavyweights, OPEC plus heavyweights, care that much about the private producers or their whereabouts. They very much care about their own feeling in the market, and they care about the stability, and they care about predictability, and those two things go across the entire range, be it in July 2023 or December 2025, okay, or 10 years later.